Dan Evans booked his spot in Wimbledon qualifying by winning 3 matches across 2 days at the pre-qualifying event. The Brit has now won 19 of 24 matches played since returning to tennis from a year-long drugs ban, having tested positive for cocaine in April 2017. His lengthy absence saw him need to build his ranking again from scratch, and after he was refused a wildcard by the All England club, he was forced to take the scenic route through pre-qualifying, where he beat Evan Hoyt on Thursday before defeating Marcus Willis and Jack Findle-Hawkins back-to-back on Friday. Though just a stone's throw away, the surroundings are a far cry from Wimbledon. Evans described the whole situation as a ******ing circus during his encounter with Willis. The facilities at Southlands College have no seating or electronic scoreboards, and matches take place adjacent to one another. R1, 6, 2, 6, 4 Hoyt R2 to 7 -6, 7 to 5, 7 to 6, 7 to 4, Willis R3 to 6 -4, 3, 6, 6, 3. Both Evans and his second opponent Willis have experienced life on center court in recent times, with Willis reaching the main draw from this position in 2016 and remarkably winning his first-round match to set up a tie with Roger Federer. With the 20-time Grand Slam champion coming out on top, the Swiss then went on to beat Evans in the third round. Though the Birmingham-born star went on to crack the top 50, both have seen their careers endure a downward spiral since then, and only one could keep their hopes of returning to England's most famous courts alive. It was Evans who did just that, in what was a remarkable spectacle, arguably as good as any match this season. There was no way of watching Evans in action unless working on site, with no live stream available, which was a crying shame. Willis arrived in a chirpy mood, quipping, "It's not like Evo to be late," as Evans kept him waiting on court. The 27-year-old found himself short of a towel, and after learning that there were none, he remarked, "Just as well it's chilly then." It certainly wasn't. Evans also showed his cheeky side by telling the press there was a professional tournament down the road, but soon got cranky. After the umpire told him a ball was definitely long, he raged, "Don't definitely me. Definitely don't do that." Arrogance in the chair. They continued their discussion at the change of ends, and when the umpire insisted he was 100% sure of the call, Evans snarled, "You must be good. I've never seen you before, though, and I've played at some pretty good tournaments." When told to take the incident off his mind, he pointed out that the umpire was definitely not his coach. On the court, both looked after their serves for the first 7 games, but Willis was forced to dig deep for 4-4 in a frantic and thoroughly entertaining game. On the first break point of the match, Willis got a lucky break with a net cord and apologized. Evans snapped back, "You're not sorry though, are you?" "Don't say you're sorry if you're not," Willis chuckled and added, "I can't really win there, can I?" The man, dubbed Wabam, used his serve well again to save set point at 5-6 and forced a breaker. In the tie-break, the happy and grumpy sides of Evans were on show. First, he booted a ball onto the adjacent court where Luke Bambridge and Bryden Klein were playing, and berated a ball boy for not returning it to his court quick enough. Moments later, Klein taunted Bambridge by saying, "Keep coming to my backhand, I'll take a lick." Evans chuckled, "You don't get this in qualifying." After our 2 glorious backhand passing shots, Evans took a 1-set lead. In seemingly more cheery spirits, Evans slipped over at the beginning of the set. When asked if he was all good, he joked, "Not particularly, but we have to carry on." The pair began interacting with one another more and more, and Willis aimed a dig at his own weight, asking Evans if he's felt him coming, as he charged to the net. Minutes later, Evans hit the deck again, and while lying on the floor for the best part of a minute, he asked Willis if he fancied splitting the prize money if one of them makes it through. Soon it was Willis' turn to hail the scenes as a circus, as another bizarre match unfolded between Klein and Bambridge. "There's a circus next door," he moaned in the second set tiebreaker. "An absolute circus. Playing next to this, it's embarrassing." Minutes later, the curtains came down for Willis. There would be no repeat of his 2016 heroics. After the defeat, Willis hailed Evans' mature response to being denied a wildcard for Wimbledon, and believes the year away from the sport has been a good thing for his compatriot. "I think he has matured a lot. I think the year off has been really good for him," Willis said. "His attitude is fantastic. He told me the other day when he didn't get the wild card, you know, that's life. What can you do? And I think that's a very mature response. I think he has come back playing as good tennis already. And obviously mentally, it's a lot better. He has matured a lot. He must have had a lot of thinking time in that year off. I think long-term it will be a good thing for him." Evans went on to defeat Findle-Hawkins in another tight match to place his name in the hat for qualifying next week. The Briton complained of feeling fatigued after playing 2 ties in one day, but he got over the line and is now just 3 wins from the main draw at the All England Club. Evans will be joined in Wimbledon qualifying at Roehampton by Lloyd Glasspool, who defeated Luke Bambridge in his final match.